What's up guys, and welcome to my tutorial in this introductory to data science that I'm going to publish on YouTube. So in this tutorial series, what we're going to do is going to take a more pragmatic approach to many of the data science topics that have been arising lately. So in this video I'm just going to go through the outline of the course and also all the topology of the how it's going to be laid out and what you'll be needing in terms of prerequisites and stuff. So in terms of programming languages, I will be using Python most likely, and there may be a little bit of JavaScript in here, but it's not going to be too much, I'm guessing. And that is what I will be using. I will be using Python for the most part, and sometimes I might complement it with Node.js applications written in JavaScript, but in that case I will make them open source, so you can probably just download them and run them yourself. In terms of math, it won't be too heavy on the math, and actually I think that's going to be a big portion of this tutorial series, going to actually going through the maths and showing you how it is actually not that complicated most of the time. And so you'll be using basic arithmetics like plus, minus, division, and multiplication, and nothing more than that basically. And if you have any knowledge about how to read academic papers and algorithms, that will of course be helpful to you, but it is not necessarily like mandatory for following along, because I will be explaining all the algorithms that we will be using. But I mean, if you want to go ahead and read the paper, that is definitely something that will help you. And about linear algebra, I think also we're going to go through, that is what we're going to start doing. We're going to start applying from multiplication and division and plus minus and all that. We're going to start there, and then we're going to build up eventually to the linear algebra stuff that we will be using for matrix multiplication and like how you use the matrix multiplication, and also why you would even be using that to start with, because like most of the time when you follow along with just math tutorials, you don't have any like connection to the real world, why you would be using it and like why it works like it does. So that is going to be the first starting point in this series to actually do that. So you might be wondering why you should be taking this series and why you should be looking at these videos. And actually, it's like machine learning is becoming bigger and bigger, and many companies have started having these big data sets that they have available, like with invoices and customer data and whatever. And they gonna start applying all these machine learning algorithms to them now, and it's becoming bigger and bigger, and it's as a data scientist you will be exposed to it. And also Python, like the rationale why Python is used is that it's becoming bigger and bigger also, and it has a really good library for data science stuff like matrix multiplication, for example, and graph data, how you would have sparse and dense graphs and stuff. So as a data scientist, I think Python is the language to use. And I found this link here to an article on Stack Overflow, the growth of Python. So I'm assuming this is based on, I think, Stack Overflow questions about it. So they're using it as a way to see how popular it is. And as you can see here, outlined in red, you can see that Python has even surpassed C# and Java and JavaScript and PHP here and C++ at the bottom. Of course, this doesn't render the other languages unnecessary, of course, but it says something about the popularity of Python and why you might want to look into it. So also you might want to take a look at this video so that you'll get an understanding of machine learning and data science, because as I said, many companies are getting more and more into this kind of stuff, and if you're going to be working on a team, it might be good for you to have some at least some abstract understanding of the mechanisms and what is going on. And I'm not going to lie to you, this also you might get a way better salary if you will move into this topic of data science, because there's a lot of job in there at this moment. And also get a better intuition of linear algebra, as I said, and how it can be used to be applied to data science and machine learning. So about the layout, the topology of this tutorial series, it is not set at this point, and the thing is that I will gladly take feedback from you guys if you want to see something special, and if I don't get any feedback, I'm just going to go what I think is best for you. So you guys will have a lot to say about the outline of the course, and of course the feedback from you is very valuable to me. So like, what do you want to see in the next tutorials, if I'm missing something, if something is unclear, if I'm sweeping around some topic that you feel like I should grab this and explain it. And also if I'm doing something pedagogical bad, like stuttering, or if there's something I can explain better or anything like that, just put it in the comment section and I'll consider it. And I intend to keep the outline very hands-on and not too theoretical, especially with the math. I feel like I'm going to start with a practical implementation of it, and then from there on move on, like gradually a little bit more complex, so you will get all the parts that you need in order to understand what's going on there. So hopefully it'll be hands-on. That's the goal, at least. And as I said, like, some content may be covered and it may change, but here is some of the stuff that I intend on starting out with, at least. So I'm going to start with something called linear combinations. And by the way, if you don't know any of these terms, it doesn't really matter. I will be explaining what it is. But linear combinations, if you know what that is, and data normalization, why you would want to do that and what it is. And then I will gradually move into matrix multiplications and why you would do that and how you would do that and why it is actually done as it is. And then after a while, I think this might take a while, but when I feel like the foundation is laid out for you guys to understand the basic tool set that you will need in order to understand it, I will be moving over a little bit more to machine learning concepts, like linear regression. I think is a good place to start if you have no experience with machine learning from before. So, and this is very open. So if you want to dive into something, I will not dive into something that is too complex. I will not dive into some obscure architecture of some neural net immediately, because that'll be way too complicated for you guys, and I might not even understand it myself, because some of this stuff can be pretty hard. But if there is some topic that is common and that I understand, I can of course explain it to you. And what enables me to have this resource is of course your subscription and your feedback, because if I see no interest in this whatsoever, I won't continue this series, basically. But if you just leave a comment like, hey, great tutorial or whatever, then that enables me to continue, because then I know that people actually enjoy what I'm doing here. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you will find this series useful to you, and I will see you in the next tutorial. See you, bye-bye.